Hey, what's going on, guys? So I just want to walk through net proceeds fairly quickly, just to kind of talk about where the money goes. In this example, we're going to go with a $225,000 list price. So and we're going to assume that that there is only one mortgage on the house. Oops. Uh, there we go. We're going to assume that there is only one mortgage on the house, and the mortgage is 200,000. So we're thinking about listing it at 225, and our current mortgage is 200,000. First line item is the grantor's tax. So this is basically the city or the county saying that, hey, we want $1 for every $1,000 that this transaction is. Technically, it's either the highest of the assessed value of the property or the purchase price of the property. And because the purchase price of the property is higher than the assessed value at this point in time, back in 2011 through 2014, the assessed value was actually higher than the purchase price. So we're going to go with $1 per 1,000, and that puts us at $225. Termite and moisture inspection, unless so if you're selling to a VA buyer, the seller is actually required to pay for the termite and moisture inspection. If you're selling to FHA or conventional or cash, that is a cash buyer, then that is also negotiable. Just for sake of example, we're going to say that you have a VA buyer and you are paying for the termite and moisture inspection, because we want to be on the high end of this. We never want to come in below what our estimated net proceeds are, because then folks will be unhappy. Prepayment penalty for existing loans. This is specific to the lender. Not a lot of lenders have this. However, this is your penalty for paying off your loan early. So if you have a 15-year loan and you pay it off in 10, then they will want to charge you a penalty for that, because they're losing 5 years of interest that you're not paying. So this will be specific to the seller and his current mortgage. Tracking release fee. Basically, this is an outside entity that comes in and ensures that so what happens was after the closing attorney will send your payment to the lender, and then the lender will release what's called a release of liens document, and the lender will release that back to the closing attorney. Before they release that to the closing attorney, they will record that at the courthouse documents, in the courthouse documents. And so this tracking release fee basically comes in behind, make sure that the closing attorney communicated with the lender saying that, hey, here's the payment, here's the release of a lien against this property with this owner. And the outside entity also ensures that the lender communicated with the city or the county, and make sure that release of liens was documented. So it's kind of like an audit to make sure everyone's doing their jobs. Tax service fee, that's a $85 fee charged by the buyer side lender. Prorated interest on existing loans. So this is what happens here is, let's say at this time, let's say I want to ask you, have you paid your August mortgage yet? Are you up to date on your mortgage? And let's say, for example, that your mortgage comes out on August 1st, and you say yes, right? Well, actually, when you break down your mortgage, your principal is applied to August, right? And your escrow is applied to August. However, your interest payment for August is actually payment for July. And so what we're going to do is, we are going to set your interest we're going to take it from your September payment. We'll print out, or we'll get your amortization schedule, and we'll see exactly what your interest will be on your September, and we'll put it in this box, right? Now, dependent upon when during the month we close, you'll get that prorated. So if we close on the 20th, it will be more than, or it'll be less than $500. If we close on the 10th, it'll be less than $500, right? Um, it'll be prorated. So preparation of deed. Whoops. Cancel. Preparation of deed and settlement fee. So this is what the closing attorney is this is what the closing attorney is going to charge for constructing the deed and the settlement fee between both parties. Deed of trust for owner financing, typically not applicable unless you are relying on the owner to provide financing. And this is this is what the deed of trust for owner financing. This is actually what the closing attorney will charge the seller for constructing the deed of trust if the owner is acting like the bank, right? Annual taxes. How this is set up is we're going to enter in the prorated taxes block that, so depending on where you live, Portsmouth, Virginia Beach, Chesapeake, they take their property taxes out quarterly from your escrow. I believe Southampton takes it annually. I want to say Norfolk takes it biannually. So anyway, for this example, we're going to assume that the property is either Portsmouth, Chesapeake, or Virginia Beach, and so we're going to enter the annual taxes, which in this example would be 2,200. A quarter of that will be 550, and then dependent upon when we close in that 3 months, that number will be prorated. So if we close at the end of that 3 months, it will be closer to 550. If we close in the middle of those 3 months, then this will be a lot less. POA condo docs. This is what the homeowners association or the property owners association is going to charge you, because when the buyer is interested and submits an offer to a condo or property association, it is on the seller to provide the buyer with the declarations and the bylaws. 250 is worst case scenario. You might have a friend or a buddy on the board that they can give it to you, or they might charge you because it is a thick document, and it is an extra document, and so they might charge you $100 fee, $200 fee, $200 fee, or $250 fee. And so yeah, that is applicable for property owner association and homeowners association. So contribution of buyer settlement charges. In this example, we are going to eliminate any closing cost assistance, because currently in this market, not seeing a ton of closing cost assistance because it is such a seller's market, and buyers are not typically asking for closing cost assistance, because in a highest and best offer scenario, the seller is going to go with the one that's not asking for closing cost assistance. So we're going to leave that out. Typically, your closing cost assistance will be at 3%. Your home warranty insurance. This is something that Chantel Ray offers in partnership with American Home Warranty. So from the time that you sign an exclusive right to sell with a licensee from the brokerage until you close, you can have a home warranty on your property for $75. So if anything goes wrong, you pay your $100 copay, I believe it is, for American Home Warranty. And what's up, man? You want a burger? No, I'm all right. Thanks, though. What, Popeyes? Yeah. What, do they not have the chicken sandwiches? I'll ask you about it later. Oh man, yeah, yeah. So yeah, what Chantel Ray will offer is um you pay $75 and you have a home warranty insurance from the time that you sign your exclusive right to list with the licensee that represents the brokerage to the time that you close. And so, you pay your $75 and you're covered. Anything happens to any of the appliances in your house, you pay your $100 copay and it is resolved. Also, with that $75 purchase, you can you can use that as an incentive when you list your property, um, because your listing in Rain will include a this is the property, all the amenities. Oh yeah, we offer a extended after you close, you get a year's worth of home warranty insurance that we have already paid for. So that's what you get for 75 bucks. I think it's a good deal. So next is the well water inspection. So this is something separate. Your home inspector is not really going to thoroughly look. Now this is for your cap. Um, your well and septic is the scope under your cap that I will get into later. However, if a buyer wants a well water inspection and they want a septic system inspection, it is possible that the seller would have to pay for it. Well water inspection is usually 225. Septic system inspection and pump is usually 485. Now we get into the brokerage commission. So all things equal, the typically the brokerage is going to work for a 3% commission on both sides. So you have your selling firm representing the or I'm sorry, you have your selling firm representing the buyer, and then you have your listing firm representing the seller. And so both of them are going to work for 3%, and you see the total of what 3% of 225,000 is. Next is the transaction fee. So if you're listing with Chantel Ray, then you are going to pay a $395 transaction fee for the brokerage service. That's your administrative fees. That's your um, broker's office administrator, um, entering in your listing, making sure all documents have been uploaded properly, and everything else that goes into marketing your property efficiently and effectively. Overnight fees to pay off loans. Again, that's more specific to your lender. And then repairs. So this is where the cap comes in. So you have your 1% of your purchase price, which would be at $2,250. So basically, the seller is responsible for repairing items that fall under this scope of work. You have your well and septic, your termite and moisture, your appraisal items, and your walkthrough items. And so, if any items are found deficient in those four areas, then the seller is required to pay up to $2,250 to get these issues resolved. Now we're at estimated seller's closing costs. Now we're at 18,460 if we add all of the above line items up, and then so we were at 225. Now we're at 206, and then we subtract the $200,000 mortgage balance, assuming that we don't have any second mortgage, and if we did, it's paid off. So we take 200 from 206, and now we're at $6,540, which what you would walk away with after closing. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I just wanted to go through that. I was doing one today for a client, and then I thought it would be cool to just I thought it would be cool to just walk through this if anybody hasn't ever seen one. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully everyone had a great Sunday. Hopefully everybody has a great week. And yeah, thanks for watching. Oh, and of course, if you have any questions about anything real estate, give me a call, send me a message on Facebook, email me, call me at 757-359-1887, and email is andrew.owens@chancelray.com. Thanks, guys.